Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I know I've been gone for a while, but I am back now. I got stuck for a little while, didn't know what to do, didn't want to craft or anything. And even like a lot of my Anna Griffin stuff, I wasn't buying. And so I'm back today, but not with anything that's really Anna Griffin. There's some Anna Griffin in there, but it's a little bit different. I bought some Heartfelt Creations dies and stamps, and that's what we're going to be working with on today. So hopefully you enjoy this video. I'm glad to be back. Hopefully you're back with me. Let's get started and make this really pretty and whimsical and fun shaped card. All right, so the dies that we're going to be working with today are the fancy classic oval frame dies from Heartfelt Creations. I fell in love with these dies because they create these little tiny sliver dies, like cutouts, and they're just like so amazing. And so the first thing that we're going to do is make our shape card. And so you just get a card blank. Mine's is 5x7, and you're just going to place the die on there and cut half off of the edge so you don't let the cutting blade cut off the edge on the one side, and when you open it up you'll have a shaped card. And so that's super simple and easy. The next thing that you're going to want to do is I grabbed some Anna Griffin paper. This is plaid paper, and this is from the AG2220 set, and like I said, it's just the Anna Griffin plaid paper. And I need 2 sheets of these, and I cut them out the size of the die, and I'm just going to cut this die out of cut these 2 sheets of cardstock out with this die. And so you're going to have the 2 shapes that you need, and one is going to go on the inside of the card and one is going to go on the front of the card. And that's why we needed 2 of them. Now, my husband did take a look at the card after I was finished and said I should have did another one on the opening panel. So you can also cut out a 3rd one and do that. I did not. I should have apparently, but it's not there right now. So yeah, we want to cut a circle or an oval into the front of these cards. And so what I'm going to do is take the frame die from the set only as a place marker, and so I'm just making sure that they're all aligned, and I'm going to put this on there as a place marker, but I'm not cutting that one out. And then I'm going to put the oval inside, and then I'm going to make sure that I tape it down or make sure it stays down and in place so that it could cut through all three pieces of the cardstock at one time. And if you have a magnetic cutting mat, you may not need to tape them down. You can just use the magnetic mat, but I taped it down just because I didn't want it to move. And so you're going to take that and you're going to cut it out. I ran this through the machine 3 times to make sure that it went through all 3 layers. So run it through multiple times because you want it to cut. And this is going to create a little opening that we're going to place some vellum inside of. And I'm just pulling off the tape very carefully, making sure I don't rip my beautiful cardstock. And this is just blue painter's tape. It just comes in a big old roll, and so I just can use as much of it as I want without feeling like I'm wasting. And then I'm just gonna get rid of these pieces right here. Well, I'm not gonna throw them away. I am going to use them for something else, but I'm not gonna use them on this card. I don't think so. I might use one of them. I'm not sure. Okay, so we have our cutouts here, and then what we're going to do is take a silver piece of foil cardstock that is from Crafter's Companion. I guess I'm using everybody today. We got some Heartfelt, we got some Crafter's Companion, we got Anna Griffin, we got everybody in the mix on today. And now I'm going to cut out everything. I'm just going to put all of the dies in here, on here together, and cut them all out. And this is where you're gonna see the magic. These little amazing little, Anna Griffin calls them bracelet dies. I really like that word. But they're these little tiny sliver pieces that you get when you cut the dies all together. And it's amazing. So I'm just gonna take my craft knife and cut out just the shape of the dies here so that I have exactly what I need and I'm not wasting any of my really pretty foil. I never use silver. It's so weird. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm using silver. I always use gold, right? The matte foil gold cardstock. That's what we like to use. And so here's that. Look at how tiny that is. That is the tiniest thing. It is so delicate. You have to be super careful with that. Now these dies, they don't just fall out of the dies though. It took me a long time to weed these. I'm gonna have to figure something out where I can get these out. But for now, we're gonna go on to our vellum. And so this is just a piece of vellum I got off of Amazon. And I'm just gonna take it and use a pencil to draw around the circle a little bit, maybe like 1/8 of an inch or something like that, wider than the actual circle, so that I have somewhere that I can glue it to. And then I'm just gonna cut this out with a pair of scissors. And now that we have that all cut out, I'm going to glue it to the back of this, I think to the back. I'm not sure. I'm going to glue it somewhere. It's going to get glued onto this piece. We will see exactly where I place it. Well, I don't know where I'm going to put it right now, but we're moving on. Oh, so this is an Anna Griffin die. Back to Anna Griffin. And this came with the Mini Empress machine, so it doesn't have a name, I don't think. If it does, let me know. I don't know what it's called, but it's a super pretty die that came with the Mini Empress. So if you have a Mini Empress, you have this die, and we're going to use this. You could see me. Here I am. Hi. Okay, I now can put on the vellum. It's right here. We're going to put it on the base of the card. So right where that opening is, I'm going to use my Barely Art glue that I got from Amazon to put this vellum on. And we're gonna cover it up, so don't worry if it's perfect or straight or any of those things. And the glue can be showing. It dries clear, but it's not gonna matter anyway. It's gonna get all covered up by this piece right here, which is our top layer of our card. So the thing with this is just to make sure you get glue all over the edges, because sometimes with these shaped cards, you know, you don't want the edges peeling up on you and things like that. So get as much glue on the edges as possible, and then glue that down over the top of the vellum. And this looks like it could be like a shaker card, right? I should have made it into a shaker card. I really should have. But it could be a photo frame card or anything like that, but just the see-through aspect of it's really nice. And then you're gonna fold the card in half with the inside out, and we're going to align that second piece up so that we can cut off the little part that's it's just not this as well, because we cut out the shape card. There's a piece that needs to align with it on the inside, because if you don't do that, then when you close your card, it's not going to close properly and it's gonna make a fold. And that's also why my husband said that we should do both sides, and he's so much smarter than me, and I should have just made him make this card because he knows exactly what it's missing. But when it's all said and done, he was so totally right. So I just say cut out another piece if you're gonna make this card, and do the other side also, because it's just gonna make it look way more finished and a whole lot better. All right, so here we are with our card pretty much all the way put together, except for these little sliver pieces over here that we cut out with the Heartfelt Creations dies. Now, this is, I said it was a silver cardstock. It's actually a blue cardstock. Well, it's not blue either. It's a blue silver. It's got a little blue and a little silver in it. So I know we all, had jumped on the Crafters Companion bandwagon when they first came on HSN. It was like nothing we had ever seen before. The things that they were bringing us, and everyone was buying them. I know I'm not just speaking about myself. Everyone was buying the Crafters Companion. So I bought these cardstock packs that had foil, matte, and glitter cardstock in them. And I bought every color, and that's where these came from. And so if you probably have them too, so go pull them out if you're not using them, because when I started using Anna Griffin Gold, no other foil mattered to me, and I never used them. So I'm really glad that I'm doing something a little bit different today, because then I get to pull out some of my other stuff and use it and not just hoard it or keep it for no reason. And I really was thinking that, I really like these Heartfelt Creations dies because they're kind of like Anna Griffin dies. What I feel like is the biggest difference is these have more open work in them, where Anna Griffin dies are a little bit more closed off. And I really like the openness of these dies. And that's why I'm using them. But they give me that Anna Griffin feel, They kind of do. But this is really, really pretty. I like it in the center here. And I was also going to say, but you'll see it later and I'll show it to you, cut out a second one of these and put it on the back of there too, because that will just finish off that inside part. I should have done it, but I didn't. But anyway, I'll stop beating that dead horse and we will move on. So yeah, just glue this down with your glue. And then we're going to put on the fun whimsical pieces. So these came from Heartfelt Creations, and they were part of a paper pack called Perfect Posies. And they have the cutest little cats in there. And the cats are just doing all kinds of things, sleeping and playing and floating along on a balloon. These are Anna Griffin flowers. They are stickers, and we're going to go ahead and put those on. You just peel off the sticker and stick them on. And I'm just going to tell you that the Heartfelt Creations they were having a sale. And you could buy 15 things and get 80% off. And they're still having it. So if you like these cats and you want these dies and stamps, you can get them. So I got the stamps, I got the dies, but I did not use them on this card. I only used the paper pack because I haven't learned how to color these things yet. So that's what I'll be working on next, learning how to color, and coloring the cats, coloring the balloons, coloring stamps, all that kind of stuff. And but until then, I just used the ones that came in the paper pack. So if you're not someone who wants to color and stamp, you could just buy their paper packs and fussy cut them out, or you can buy the paper pack and the dies and then cut them out that way. But then once you're done with the paper pack, then the dies would be useless to you. So don't buy the dies, fussy cut them out. And this, of course, is from the banner dies from Anna Griffin. And we're gonna celebrate, because this looks like a celebratory card to me. And so I am loving my banner dies and stamps here. And this card is coming along quite nicely. So that is the front. And now for the inside. So that little Anna Griffin die that we cut out is going to get some glue put on it, and then it's going to get placed in the center where it's empty in that circle right there. And just place that down. And honestly, that looks good all by itself, but I covered it up. So this is from the Perfect Posies paper pack, and I'm just gonna put that over the top there, right there. And it's just gonna see that dye poking out, you know, giving it a little bit of interest. And then just some more of those flowers that we used on the front. Gonna use those on the inside just to bring some cohesiveness from the front to the inside and make it really pretty, so that when whoever writes whatever they want to write to their person on there, that it is framed by something really pretty. Now you can also take a stamp and stamp on the inside a sentiment of some sort, but because I don't know where this card is going or who it's going to, I did not do that. All right, so I love that these are stickers. It makes it really super easy to use, and then just place them right on there. And it's just great how all these companies' products are working perfectly together. So you see right there on the left how you can see through there. If I would have, you know, finished that other side off, it wouldn't look like that. But thank you guys so much for coming, stopping by, watching my video or watching this video. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share with a crafty friend. Bye!